There aren't many teams that we brought in today that made it to the state semifinals, but we're fortunate to have one here. It's the Lancaster Country Day Cougars. Fellas, it's good to see you. Let's just go around the room with the mic, introduce yourselves, and let everyone know who we're talking to here today.
I'm Chris Tucker, class of 2027.
I'm Jordan Ashby. I'm a senior.
I'm Kane Kirby, class of 2026.
Kane,
You cannot speak too loud, so,
Kane, I'll ask you, and I want to get all the guys' input on this, but I don't think a lot of our audience necessarily knows a ton about Country Day just because you guys still have that new car smell, I guess, in the league. And I know you guys pull from some different areas. You have a Berks County unit. I'm just wondering, what was the ride like going to the state semifinals, like with the student body, because you're a 1A school, so there ain't that many kids in the school. But what was it? Was there like a true communal type feel as you guys are making that ride? What was that like?
Yeah, well, we drove up to the game, on our own in our own little bus. But we make it a point to, try and get the community out there, try and get as many people to our game. So I believe they had a fan bus last year. And, they try to hype the people up in our school and try to get them on there. And, we had a nice little student section for our game over there against Sankofa. So it was nice.
Yeah. Ashby, what about you? What have you seen?
In the game before that against the Christian Academy, I think they're called. We actually had a bunch of students come without a fan bus. We had a bunch of guys that are from all over the place. Again, we had some kids from Reading, kids from Lancaster, all over the place that actually came to the game on their own, which I thought was really cool.
Mr. Tucker?
I remember my friend. He doesn't go to our school, but he came to most of our state games for the ride. And I remember the fan bus too. My best friend went on that. So yeah, just a really great support system, even though we don't have that many people.
So I'll start with you, Chris, and we'll just keep going around the line. You guys are going to have some targets on your back this year. Before it was kind of Mennonite and Country Day, probably Jocelyn for that position. But when you make the state semifinals, you ain't ducking nobody.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I know you haven't played a game yet, but do you kind of maybe feel that from the outside when you were playing in the summer league, for example? Did you even I know Manheim Township is in your league, right? A 6A school. Did you? I don't know. Did you kind of feel like, okay, like there's a 6A school kind of paying attention to us and trying to play us? Anything to that?
Honestly, playing against them, it's really like as a small school being here. I'm sorry. I'm a little.
I can start.
Yes.
Let Ashby handle it real quick.
I think even if schools don't really know who we are, I think us kind of being able to play free and not really have any weight on our shoulders, just go out there, play hard, play defense, try to, get easy, good looks, get layups, whatever it is. Us just trying to focus on ourselves is ultimately what's going to get us better and not really worrying about if other people know who we are. That's not really on our minds. We're just worried about getting better and collectively as a group improving day in and day out.
What do you think, Kane?
Yeah, I mean, to kind of repeat what Jordan said, we just work really hard and, we try and match teams' intensities. We try to, have more energy, in the beginning of the game, whatever it is. And a lot of the times, some of these big schools, they might not expect it. And, they just come out and they try and match our energy and it ends up, we just end up, battling hard against the big schools no matter who it is. So, yeah.
I'll ask all of you again, and we'll pass it down. A lot of personnel is coming back. I'm just wondering, is there any – I can't imagine there's anything drastic in terms of roles and responsibilities that are going to necessarily change. Maybe there is. I'm not sure, but this is why I'm asking. But has it sort of been like almost like a plug-and-play type season or a turnkey thing to where I know what you're doing, I know what you're doing, I know what my role is? What's that been like? Is that true? Is that not true? What's that like?
I think we kind of all just know that we want to get better no matter what it is. So we just kind of fall into natural roles of, I'm just going to be a leader no matter what I can do. I'm going to communicate. I'm going to, be uplifting. I'm going to do all the things that, the coaches want us to do no matter who it is. So we have freshmen, we have sophomores out there that are, telling guys what to do, talking to people. It's not just, on the seniors or the juniors or whatever it is. So I think all of us kind of want to go in there. We're working for the common goal and we just want to, work and win. So, yeah.
Jordan?
We were just talking about this in the other room. We have a couple new faces that are actually some taller guys finally this year. Which one thing that, like I already said, one thing that we usually always try to focus on is playing good defense, playing strong defense, communicating, rotating, all that type of stuff. And what held us back the last couple of years is playing good defense but not being able to finish it with a rebound. So we're hoping with these bigger guys stepping up, we're hoping we'll be able to actually finish out those possessions and grab those rebounds, which that's something that is going to be new this year, that kind of bigger guys stepping up into that role.
Coach?
I think the last couple of years we played some really specific roles, and I think this year that we have a lot of guys with good talent, but also we have like a lot of selflessness and energy, and I think we all bring that every day, day in and day out, and I think that's really going to help us this season.
You redeemed yourself, Chris. That's a good answer. I like that.
Thank
I
you.
like that.
Thank you.
Coach Schultz, what have you seen as far as that goes? You're the man in charge. I mean, have you had to integrate new guys in new places? I mean, I can't imagine that's a total case of the truth, but I mean, what's that been like on your end, overseeing the whole operation?
Yeah, sure. Like we're pretty positionless with our team. Like we don't ever say you're a 1, you're a 2, you're a 3. That's never been something I've ever said to these guys. So it's one of these like go out and play. Everyone works on their guard skills. Everyone works on their big guy skills, everyone on their rim skills, all that kind of stuff. So all that stuff, we continue to work on those types of things. That being said, though, yeah, we are always been a pretty guard-oriented kind of program. The 3 guys here played significant minutes last year, coming back. We have some guys that have really put in the work and the effort and maybe not have seen the playing time, but their skills are there, right? So, guys like Chase Lead, our sophomore point guard, who's one of the more skilled kids that I've ever coached, especially for his age. Adrian Cruz works, every off-season event. He is there. He's worked and worked and worked, and he's been patient. Liam Lambert's another junior, and some of our bigger seniors. Hayden's a 6'4" kid. Nico's 6'3" and strong as a bull. So, these guys have been waiting and they're patient, and now's their time, and they're excited to play. We've had great energy these last couple of days at practice, and we're going to keep that moving forward.
I'd like to ask all of you again this question too. I know I asked sort of about Township and Summer League with a big school. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I was at that opening game for leagues when I know you guys were. Yeah. You and I have been talking for a long time. It's like, when are we finally going to get in? And we did. You had Cedar Crest on the ropes, and I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I certainly noticed that their student section was riding them going in the locker room. Like, what was your takeaway out of that game? I know the final score did not look anything indicative of what the first half was, but what was your experience for all of you? What was that like, being in the league playoffs for the first time ever, going tit for tat against the big bad bully of Section 1? And what was that like? I know the result didn't end in your favor, but what did you take out of that for making school history, quite literally?
I think definitely what at least I took out of it is, like you just said, we made school history, making it to the league playoffs for the first time. And it was definitely more rewarding looking back on it that obviously the year prior they had won the league title, and they also won it again. So us losing to the league champions, it made the loss a little bit less, like it made the pain a little bit less bad. But us actually getting there and putting up as good of a fight as we did in that first half was definitely something that definitely motivated us going more into the playoffs, going against schools that are kind of more so our size. Like battling that hard against a school that's bigger and also was actually bigger in size too was definitely a good milestone for us for sure going forward.
Yeah, what did you take out of that, Kane?
I think for me it was just proof that we can hang with these big schools. A lot of the times you think, like, I had a teacher come up to me that day like, "Oh, you're playing Cedar Crest, watch out, Kane." I'm like, come on, like you know what we do. Like, we go out there, we compete, and we work hard, and we have faith in ourselves and our team and our program. So I just think that it was proof that like what we do works, and we just got to keep doing it and just be consistent. We can't just take 2 quarters of
right.
playing our butts off and doing really, really good. We have to do it the whole entire game. So yeah.
Last one. I don't care who wants to answer it first, but I'd like to get your input on all of them. I guess, Chris, if you want to start off, we'll just go in that direction. As I said, you guys are a state semifinalist. A lot of horses are coming back into the stable this year. People are going to be paying attention to you. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, again, you're probably going to get more attendance at your games than maybe you're used to from both at home and away.
Yeah.
What do you hope people say about Country Day, who are maybe going to be seeing you guys for the first time? What do you hope those people say about the Country Day Cougars when they leave and they head to their cars at the end of a night on Friday night or whenever you play?
I think the last couple of years we battled through adversity, and I think we can continue to do that as we were a very energetic and selfless team. And I hope that people, after they watch our games, they realize that this team can hang, like what Caden said, that this is who they are, that they are energetic, and that whatever the result of the game was, we left it out all on that floor.
Coach?
Yeah, I agree with Chris. We have, maybe when I first started, we were kind of the small guys. We do not act like the small guys anymore. We don't coach them like that. We don't practice like that. We don't prepare like that. So we want to play. We want to play those games. We battled with Cedar Crest. Didn't go the way we wanted to go that second half. I get it. We battle with Philadelphia Public League teams. We're not afraid to play anybody like this, and so that's the thing. It's when people leave a Country Day game, they're going to see one of the hardest working teams out there, one of the most prepared teams out there, one of those skilled teams out there.
Mr. Ashby.
For me personally, I think we know what it is in our locker room, in our practices. We know what it is. And personally, I like when teams doubt us. I like when people doubt us because then we can prove them wrong. Like, I like having a chip on our shoulder because it makes us work harder, it makes us practice harder, and it makes us overall collectively play harder as a group. And I want people to go back to their cars and be like, hey, we should have had them, but they played a good game. They played a tough game. Like, I want people to doubt us. I like that.
Whenever we play a team, I want them to know that we just worked hard. We put our everything into the game. I want them to go back to their car and be like, wow, those Cougars, they put their everything, they put all out effort into that game. Over the summer, there was one play where I ended up trying to save the ball. I ran into a wall, and like that's kind of like the energy I want to channel into this season. Like I'm literally gonna run through walls for this team, and I think everybody on the team feels the same exact way. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna just get it done.
I love it. Well, fellas, congrats on a great season last year. I'm not sure when you close the book on that one and look forward to this one, but I'm certainly looking forward to this year. So for Kane, Jordan, Coach, and Chris, appreciate your guys' time this afternoon, and I'm looking forward to hopefully another long playoff run following you guys. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.